Hey guys, welcome back to Heiko Shaves. My name is Heiko. I haven't shaved in a day and a half, and I thought it would be a great idea to follow up on some of the requests that I've gotten from you guys. I was asked to do a comparison between the new Rec Supply Page and the Henson AL13. They are both aluminum razors. They are both the more modern design, the more streamlined design. Rec Supply and Henson. Henson AL13 has been on the market for quite a while now. Most people know it. They also have a few different versions of this. This one here, if I'm not completely mistaken, is the very original they came out with before they added more aggressive versions. Here it says a plus, and I think the medium version has a plus there, and then there is a more aggressive version. Some of those models were only available through retailers, but not through Henson. Not an expert on Henson. This is the only one that I've ever shaved with. This was actually one of the earliest channel support that I got from a viewer sent to me. I guess he had an extra one. And I tried it out, and it was very early on when I barely had any experience in DE shaving. So I think it's only fair to give this another chance and put it up against the Page. And price-wise, so this is a $75 razor, and I think the AL13 sells for about $69 currently. Let's weigh them against each other. The Henson weighs without blade 38, and the Page weighs almost 40 grams. So as soon as you put a blade in there, it's 40 grams. Henson, if I recall correctly, they were advertising that they are a company coming out of the aerospace industry, and they advertise with extreme precision and blade support and all that stuff. Henson razors, I think they are made, if I recall correctly. Yeah, at Henson we have been making parts for large aerospace projects for 20 years. When you are making parts that end up in space, you are making them with longevity in mind. We made critical components for the OneWeb constellation and parts for the EXO Mars rover. Needless to say, manufacturing parts design made of the AL13, then made out of aluminum. Machined this razor to very tight tolerances in an effort to control both the blade extension and exposure. That's great. It does not say where. It doesn't say where they're located. It doesn't really say. I wish I could tell you this. If I find out, I'll put it somewhere on the screen. So we have a US-made razor, the Page by Rec Supply Company, made in Arizona and sold by Razor Emporium, also out of Arizona, sister companies. And then we have a aluminum razor made by Henson. This one here is the silver anodized version, and I believe this is the mild or the original because I've had it already for at least 2 years now. So we're gonna put those up against each other, and to start with getting ready for that, I think we should put a blade in there. And when I do comparisons, I want to give all razors a good chance here to impress. We're just gonna grab two brand new out of wrapper Persona Super. Put that on the Henson here. Lines up really nicely. And put those together. The Henson actually, before I tighten this up, you can see they also have a little steel insert right around the threading. So the base plate has a little steel insert, stainless steel I believe, to make that section a little stronger. And then it just tightens together like a conventional 3-piece razor. And yeah, and their advertisement was always about the blade support, the cutting edge, fully supported, full length. And they have pretty nice large gutters for the lather to go through. So that's pretty nice. The handle gets thicker towards the bottom, has this fancy design knurling, let's call it, on here, and also HS for Henson. Yeah, very nice. And now let's do the same with the Page. With the Page, we just recently did the first shave with, so we need another blade here out of my 100 blades made in the United States. Persona Super, come on. So US made blade. Someone told me they are comfort coated. I forgot to mention that. Same kind of deal, 3-piece design. Here at on the racks, they have a little bit more advertisement on their serial number and made in the US. And the base of that base plate also has a stainless steel insert that here, let's show you one more time, that the handle actually kind of fits into, and that is also to kind of support the whole contraption. When you tighten the handle all the way up, the steel insert kind of slides around the handle and makes this all a little stronger. I would say here the blade has also full length support. The blades stick out, so the piece that you can actually see of the blade is a little longer. The blade gap, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but we always have the internet to find out. So the AL13 has a, let's see what they say. You have 100-day, try for 100 day, or they take it back. Lifetime warranty, same as the Page. This one here has a blade gap of, some of you guys will know. I remember from the few shaves that I did with it, it's a very mild representative of the Henson company here. So this is a very mild razor. It's perfect that I only have a day and a half of growth in my face. So both of those razors now loaded. Length is, the Henson is a little longer, but not much. One major difference here is the magnets here in the bottom of the handle of the Page is so that you can theoretically pick up a blade with it if you dropped it or so. So 2 fresh blades. Now I'm going to tell you what else we're going to be using, and that is actually for me the exciting part, because my friend Bill, one of the viewers, one of you guys, has been supporting this channel for a long time now, almost 2 years, and he sent me something again. He actually ordered something from Ariana in Evans. That is a company in Connecticut. They started pretty much in their home kitchen, and then COVID rolled around and the main breadwinner lost his job, and so they jumped in feet first and started making soaps and aftershaves full-time, and it has become an award-winning soap maker. They are, like I said, they are based in Connecticut, if I'm not completely mistaken, and Bill has picked 2 scents for me. One is Woods and Spices, and the other one is Tobacco Road, Ariana and Evans. The ingredient lists are a little on the long side, but long for a good reason. So they have lots of really cool ingredients in here. Would be a little too much to read that all to you. Both of those soaps, if I'm not completely mistaken, are tallow based. Vegetable glycerin, I just want to verify that. Stearic acid, beef tallow, yeah. Second ingredient, if I would be able to read, yeah, beef tallow. So those are both tallow-based soaps, so Woods and Spices and Tobacco. And then Bill also sent me the matching aftershaves for it. I have sniff tested at least the soaps. The bottles, they really go through. The bottles are really nicely sealed off. They actually put some tape. I think this is silicone tape that's like self-fusing. It doesn't stick to the bottle at all. The tape only sticks to itself just to keep it on and keep it sealed. And then they're in bubble wrap and wrapped again so that you don't lose anything on the way there to your address. Bottles are really cool, kind of vintage dark brown in color. So they definitely put quite a bit of effort into just product presentation. The one that we're gonna pick today is the Tobacco Road. So we have soap and aftershave. Let me see if I can see through the bottle here. I think they also don't have emulsifiers in there. So the oily and the watery components, they separate. So you have to shake it up. That's normal. If you buy an artisan product, you will see that a lot. That's actually good because they don't put chemicals in their products. So they only put the stuff in that needs to be in there. Yeah, Woods and Spices is going to be in some future video. I'm already really excited, looking forward to it. But for now, we're going to put this over to the side, out of the way, and we're going to use the Tobacco Road. Dark brown in color, almost looks like Nutella. And you know, the European chocolate hazelnut spread that you can put on your toast in the morning. But it's a very, it's almost, has a little bit of some freshness to it. So when you read Tobacco Road, you think, you know, very herbally, but it's very, very almost sweet smelling. I like it. We'll see how it turns out when it's actually lathered up. And to do the lathering, we're going to grab the little silicone covered leaf bowl. I like it. It's just the right size. We're going to grab my M7 Simpson. Haven't used it in a while. Like that one. Has a very nice, dense and kind of stiff knot with very soft tips. So it's very soft to the skin, but has enough backbone to really get a good lather going. So that little bowl here, that brush, and our Tobacco Road soap is already ready to go. And we're just going to put on some Paraso White pre-shave. I like that stuff. It's nice and creamy, gets easily spread on the skin. We're just gonna rub that in. It's not too overly scented, so it doesn't interfere with the scent experience of the soap. And we're gonna try to get a really good lather going. I wanna focus more so on the soap and the aftershave because of the channel support from Bill. He sends me really great stuff sometimes. And I really appreciate that. If you guys ever feel like you wanna send me something, I am absolutely up for that and try out stuff. Bill knows that I'm more so into the hardware, you know, the razors and the blades and all that stuff, and not so much into the massive soap collection. I do have quite a selection by now, but he wants me to come over into the soap camp a little bit more, and we're going to try to make that happen today. And at the same time, compare two razors, and I was specifically asked about it, so here is your comparison. All right, let's scoop a little bit of this soap out of here, just a little bit. Oh, it's getting lighter underneath. Huh, that's interesting. Just a little bit. I squish that to the bottom of the bowl here. It has a very creamy consistency. So just at the bottom here. And then we're gonna stick my synthetic fiber, Sovereign fiber actually, into fresh water. And then just let's start lathering here in that little leaf bowl. So inside is some sort of, I want to say this is probably a cast zinc alloy piece, and then it's overmolded or encased in silicone. Sage green. Yeah, mildly scented. It does have a little bit of the, it almost has a chocolate scent to it. Maybe that's the color. So yeah. Very, very nice, very nice. Not too overpowering. I like that in a soap when it's not too strongly scented, so that your eyes don't start burning while you're lathering. And we're gonna give this a good lather here. So let's see here. Let's add a little bit more water. My little emesis basin is again sitting next to my sink. That's reserved for just dipping my brush. Already building. Pre-shave is ready. Blades are in the razor. My skin is pretty happy. I mentioned already in a previous video that my ingrown hair problems have kind of faded away. With the help of you guys, the shave community, you have given me all those great recommendations. You know, take it easy on the 3-pass, and I'm using Thayer's more often, just as a, you know, facial toner, calm the skin down after a shave. I also have used some alum products, and yeah, I just take it easy on the skin. And here we go. This is very, very creamy. This is lathering really well. We just need to get it more hydrated, I think. Oh my goodness, it's overflowing out of my little bowl here. Good thing is that the Simpson M7 has such a long handle that we really have some space between the lather and my fingers. Had to fix my wife's car today, So I was mechanicking in the driveway again while it was 90 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Yeah, tomorrow my 7-day rotation starts. I do 3-day shifts and then 4 night shifts at the end. And yeah, I think this looks great. So I'm gonna scrape some of the brush just so we're not making too big of a mess here. Let's put the pre-shave out of the way and dip it a little bit in water. Look at that, how nice and creamy that is. It's it's still fresh scented and a little sweet. Let's grab a little bit more lather here. We can afford it, we have enough here. And let's add a little bit more water to it. As soon as you put nicely hydrated lather or soap on your skin will absorb some of that water and then make your soap a little drier. So you have to really hydrate things. Very nice. So no burning sensation from the soap yet. I like it. It's a very good scent. I like that selection, Bill. So far I haven't tried the other one yet, but from this quick little sniff test, the woods and spices are definitely also down my alley. This is really nice here. This is a very manly scent. Now, tobacco. There have been a lot of tobacco scents over the years. The only one really that I'm familiar with is the Tabak Original German branded thing. So now we're gonna do first pass. I would say maybe we do the Henson on the right, the Page on the left, not to confuse this. So with the grain, first pass, and I haven't used this in a very good long while. So let's see. I should take a course, the community college, about scents and perfume making, that kind of stuff, to learn a little bit more about the scent expressions and the vocabulary. Yeah, this shaves. It's very mild. It's this very slab-sided design. Makes it really easy to find the right angle. So they really make this geared towards the inexperienced beginner in DE shaving. They want you to buy one of those and then just use it for the rest of your life and not have to worry about things. The only thing that you have to replace regularly is the blade, obviously. But yeah, it's very easy to get this just laid on your face and you can feel if you're lined up, and then it shaves. The blades are really sharp, so the Persona Super, they are one of my favorites. There's absolutely no tugging going on. Uh-oh, making a mess. Very creamy. The soap is really creamy. I like it, and the scent is good. It's a good choice. And my skin seems to be really happy with this stuff. There's absolutely no tingling, no burning. Some of the more commercial products that are out there, they can give you a little bit of some burning sensation just by applying the soap to your skin. All right, and here now the Page with the grain. Sounds different. So the top cap and the base plate, they have a little bit, I think it's primarily the top cap here, has a little bit thinner wall. And that gives it a little bit of a resonance. So when I'm shaving, this is a little louder. Yeah, some guys had already pointed that out. During my first shave, I had like 4 days of growth. And a mild razor like this one here, or the Henson, they are just not necessarily made for massive amounts of stubble. So if you shave really daily, those work perfectly. If you only shave every 4 or 5 days, but you like a mild razor, I would almost recommend a adjustable, so you can notch it up a little bit more into the more aggressive region of the adjustment for the first pass, and then dial it down when you are closer to the skin. Yeah, this one here is definitely the louder one of the two. If we compare them, the top cap is a little bit more stout here, a little bit more chunky from the bottom here. The channels to have a escape route for the lather and the stubble is a little longer. There's no you know, like a bridge in the middle. The Page has a bridge, the Henson doesn't. Definitely completely different design, but they are both mild feeling razors, gentle to your skin. We're gonna grab the brush again. I'm gonna go here into my bowl full of lather and pick up some more. So I said when you use an adjustable to be a little bit more aggressive for the first pass. A lot of guys I've noticed on the internet, they do mild and then they get more aggressive as they go. But I would say it's probably a better choice to go the opposite direction, to start out with a aggressive setting. And then when 70, 80, 90% of your stubbles are gone after the first pass, then you dial it down, because then you are much closer to the skin. And yeah, that at least works for me. So when I grab, let's say, a Mercure Progress or the Rex console that I have, I dial it up quite spicy for the first pass and then go down a little bit in aggression. So primarily, most of this stuff is already gone. So now we're just doing the fine touch-up work here. Those razors already took off the majority of my day and a half of growth. Feels good. During the Page first shave, I noticed that the dull finish on the razor is a little resistant to gliding. This one is a little shinier, but it's also not a polished surface, and it has a fairly similar feel to it. So it resists sliding a little bit, even if you have a very slick soap. And this Ariana and Evans tallow soap is definitely slick. It has all the good stuff in it, tallow, and it has glycerin in it. But it's not, you know, it's not a brake pad. It's not resisting sliding to the point that you can get a shave done. But I have noticed the difference between a more dull looking surface and then a chrome finish surface. Okay, so I've noticed the difference between the Rockwell 6S and the 6C or the 2C. One is chrome plated, the other one is a more bead blasted looking stainless steel. And the chrome plated glides much better over the skin than the dull finish stainless steel. All right, here now the Page. Yeah, this is quite a noisy razor compared to the AL. Gives you some audio feedback. A little bit more blade stick out on this. Not exposure, but stick out. Blade gap. Yeah, I wish I would know, but just from eyeball, I would say the Henson has a larger blade gap. I don't know if you guys can make this out. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. Yeah, the Henson has a little bit larger blade gap. I can't speak to blade exposure and all that. This has more blade stick out. I think both razors are very good for daily use. If you're new to the game here, let's compare. I think you can't go wrong with either of those. You just pick your poison, pick your color. Henson has a few more different colors available on the page side. Currently they have silver and this black. I don't know if this is a PVD coating or an anodization. I'm not 100% sure. But you can pick your poison. Price-wise, they're about $6 apart. And Henson, if I'm not completely mistaken, I read somewhere that they're made in Canada. Is that correct? You guys tell me, please, down in the comment section. On their webpage, in the About Us, they don't say where they're based. So the result is identical. So if I would want to have this even closer, I would have to do a third pass, which I will abstain from. I'm going to go to bed soon, a couple hours, you know. There's just no need for that. Tomorrow morning at work, nobody's going to bat an eye over me having the, you know, early morning stole. But yeah, for the shave comparison, really very good, very good. Both razors really good. Weight-wise, they're similar. Handle length, slightly different. And shaving feel, like I said, this one is more easy to find an angle. This one here is more traditional with a rounded top cap, where you can kind of play around a little bit, you know, and find which angle suits you best, you know, the more scrapey angle or the more riding the cap kind of deal. Both deliver a really good result. This is 98% there, and there is no reason for me to do a third pass now. I hope you guys are okay with that. I'm gonna rinse off. Very nice soap, very nice. Scent is definitely very, very nice. And this is gonna be one of my go-to products for future reviews. Skin is happy, we don't have a single nick or anything. And now I'm just gonna put on some facial toner by Thayer's. My bottle starts looking ugly. I grab it so often now. Even in the morning when I'm just doing a quick one pass. Just some toner. Witch hazel is known to, you know, pull the skin back together, tighten things up, get rid of the wrinkles and all that stuff. And yeah, that definitely helps. And then once that is dried off a little bit, then I usually grab my aftershave here. Yeah, Connecticut in Shelton. Produced by Ariana and Evans in Shelton, Connecticut, USA. I will put some links down below. Let's see how we open this. Has this little reducer in there so you can flip it around. I should maybe shake this one more time. You know, mix up your fancy aftershave. It's also a little sweet. It's almost unexpected for a tobacco scent, but it is a sweeter scent. I almost want to eat it. So a good puddle on my hand. Very nice. Oh yeah, very nice. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is a aftershave. Lots of good stuff. Aloe barbadensis, leaf juice, alcohol denatured, Rosa galisa flower water, rose hydrosol, glycerin, emu oil. I have no idea what that is. Very long list of really cool ingredients. Like I said, I will put some links down below. You can read through that yourself. And yeah, a little bit of alcohol, so there is a little light tingle going on, but definitely not from the aggression of the razors. So very good stuff, very good stuff. Check out Ariana and Evans. Thanks, Bill, for sending those over to me, for letting me try them and adding them to my collection so I have a little bit more variety and not always grabbing Parasso Green. And yeah, the two razors. This one, channel support back in, 2 years ago, I think, when we just started out, first few videos. And then the page I just recently bought for a Independence Day shave, which then happened 3 days later. Thank you, UPS. Anyways, but yeah, both really nice daily razors. So daily use razors, mild and gentle and light and inexpensive for what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this little comparison. If you are new to the game and you want to pick up one of those two razors, you know, pick your poison, pick your color, pick your design. Henson has a couple different choices in color and also a couple different models in blade efficiency or blade gap. And they also have a titanium version, which I don't own, have never tried it, but I think it's called the Tie 22 or the Tie 2, I think. So yeah, they do have a stainless steel version of this razor as well. And Razor Emporium or Rex Supply Company, they have tons of other razors. It's the TI-22. Alrighty guys, that was already it. Tried it out. Soap and aftershave are just great. And I'm clean for tonight. And we'll see what I look like in the morning. Alright, you guys take care. See you in the next one. Bye.